In this video, we will be reviewing the SonicWall NSA 3700 Network Security Appliance Security Rule Auditing feature. To display this feature, we head to the Policy tab. We select Access Rules on the left-hand side. And then from there, we can look at rules that have lots of hits or a particular source or destination that you want to look at. In this case, we will look at a rule that has a lot of hits so we can see some pertinent data that a network administrator might need to see. By clicking the down caret, we can see more information on this particular rule in terms of the number of hits this rule has, the overall percentage of hits on the firewall, the source location of this particular rule, in this case, the home Wi-Fi WAN, the destination of this rule, in which case this is the WAN. We can hover over these icons to see exactly which security profiles are associated with this rule. We can look at other logging functions, as well as any special considerations that might need to be looked at for this particular rule. We can get some connection count information over here on the right-hand side in terms of, again, total number of connections and total percentage of all connections on the firewall. In order to lean out your security posture, you can look at rules that have not been used over a particular length of time. In this case, you can choose anywhere from 1 minute all the way out to a year. What this does is allow you to find rules that are no longer being used and either delete them or disable them to prevent them from taking up CPU resources on the firewall. For the next section, we'll look at the detection of blocked applications as well as looking at applications currently in use on the firewall. In order to look at blocked applications, we'll head to the Monitor tab to look at the firewall's logging function. In this case, we will narrow it down to an application, Facebook, that we know is blocked on this particular firewall. Here we can see by alert that application control function is blocking social networking / Facebook from being accessed on this particular firewall. To see all applications currently being used by the firewall, we will head to our Network Security Manager cloud-based management platform. This will allow us to look at this particular firewall, again, an NSA 3700, and look at all the applications currently in use on the firewall. We can see which applications are being used. Also, we can see which applications are being blocked. And if we need to see more information, we can drill down into each particular application by hitting the drill down to list view option. What this will do will give us a host of information on the applications being used, source addresses of the particular application, any destination addresses that might be associated with that particular application, any users associated with the application, any web activity or threat data associated with the application. We can look at any kind of blocked information. We can see that it's being blocked, as we saw in our application control log entries. If you need to see if it's going over a site-to-site VPN, we can look at the VPN data section down here. For the next section, we'll highlight the shadow feature in our OS X operating system found in our NSV virtual platform. To look at this, we'll head to an NSV 870 virtual firewall. We'll head to our NAP policy for good visibility here, and we'll highlight the shadowing function. This is available by selecting grid settings, shadow, and then highlighting the shadowing options here. By doing this, we can see which rules are shadowing other rules and also which rules are being shadowed by other rules. We have a half moon over here on the left-hand side to denote which rules are being shadowed by that particular rule. So this will allow administrators to find which rules are not serving any purpose on the firewall and allow the network administrator to lean out their security posture and keep their security settings as tight as it can be. For the next section, we'll display features related to orchestration of firewall policies and recommendations offered to the administrator around enforcing better threat prevention controls. To look at the orchestration of firewall policies, we'll head to our Network Security Manager cloud-based management platform and look at a feature that we refer to as templates. The template feature will allow us to push a number of configs across several different devices in several different areas. For instance, if we need to push a template to a device in both the public cloud and private cloud, all we simply need to do is pick the template, make the appropriate changes to that template, click the More Options menu, apply the template, and from here we can apply the template to every firewall within our inventory. We can apply it just to a particular group, or we can apply it just to a single device within that group. This allows us to orchestrate configurations across multiple platforms to include public cloud, private cloud, and physical appliances on premise.